Hi, I'm Jeff Haynes, editor at Tech Bargains, and today we're bringing you a video review of the MSI X370 Slim Series laptop. While laptops are flexible and provide the ability to work wherever you may go, they're also often very heavy and very large. Fortunately, with the rise of the ultra-portable class of laptops, many of these concerns have been alleviated, minimizing size and weight to fit the needs of consumers. The MSI X370 solidly fits this category of laptop, packing lots of processing power into a very slim frame. The X370 that we reviewed was powered by an AMD E-350 dual-core processor running at 1.6 GHz with 4 GB of DDR3 RAM. It was supplemented by an AMD Radeon HD 6310 discrete class GPU with AMD Vision and DirectX support. Visually, the X370 sported a 13.4-inch LED backlit HD panel with a native resolution of 1366 by 768, as well as a 1.3 megapixel webcam for video. Rounding out the specs of the laptop was a 500 GB hard drive spinning at 7200 RPM, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth support, multi-touch touchpad, and 2-in-1 card reader. The most immediate thing that stands out with the X370 is just how slim and lightweight the machine is. Weighing in at just over 3 pounds, the system is 13 inches long, 8.8 inches wide, and less than an inch at its thickest point. We easily carried this laptop from one location to the other and barely paid any attention to the weight at all, which is a huge selling point for an ultra-portable laptop. We also like the screen of the X370 and the AMD Radeon HD 6310 GPU, both of which perform quite well under our tests. Whether we watch stream movies from Netflix, clips from YouTube, or movie trailers, we thought everything looked great on the 13-inch screen. We didn't find any macro blocking or artifacting during action sequences, and with only a few glitches from stream video, playback looked great. We found that the HDMI output of the X370 projected a full screen beautifully without requiring a lot of adjustments, and the system allowed us to further tweak the output to our liking as well. We were also pleased with the solid battery life of the laptop. Although we weren't able to come close to the 10 hours of battery life that MSI claimed for the system, we did manage to frequently get between 4.5 and 5.5 hours with a variety of settings, like Wi-Fi on and brightness set at 50%. The X370 comes with a variety of eco modes and easy toggling functions to adjust the power usage, so getting a long charge out of the battery is pretty easy. Plus, it was nice that the power adapter for the laptop was quite small and portable as well. While you won't need to use it often, it's nice to know that the size of the power adapter is comparable to tablet or Bluetooth headset chargers, so it won't take up a lot of space in your backpack or your back pocket. The more that we used the laptop, the more we liked a lot of the subtle elements that have been implemented within the X370. For one thing, we really liked that MSI thought of creating the S-Bar, a floating utility bar that put immediate access to features like accessories, programs, display brightness, and volume at our fingertips. Not only was it easy to launch features like the Eco Engine to adjust power usage or display switching, but we also found other programs like EasyFace, which enabled facial detection instead of login passwords. We attempted to trick the software with other people and even printed versions of our face, but the software really wasn't falling for the bait. The S-Bar also allowed us the option to enable and disable elements like the touchpad, which was particularly nice whenever we wanted to use an external mouse and not worry about accidentally moving the cursor around by accidentally brushing our hands across the pad. It's possible to disable the pad completely or adjust how long it will remain disabled once you stop typing. It's a small feature, but it's a nice inclusion. Finally, we like the setup and recovery options that were provided with the X370. For instance, while just about every system comes with some degree of bloatware, we like the option of declining installation of some packages upon initial setup. We also like that the system comes preset with a partition that lets you restore it to its factory settings without having to rely upon a recovery disk. However, the X370 did have its fair share of issues. For one thing, we found that the system could be very warm during use, making it a little uncomfortable to keep on your lap for prolonged periods of time. We think part of this was because the heat vented out of the front of the laptop and seemed consistent during use with an almost constantly running fan. This happened regardless of the operating mode we had the laptop in. Even power saver mode didn't escape the heat wave. Another problem that we had was just how limited the touchpad adjustments were. While we mentioned earlier that we liked disabling the touchpad when we were typing, we wish that we could have manipulated some of the controls a bit more. Having features like adjustable touch sensitivity or scroll speed for multi-touch gestures would have been great, particularly because we found the speed of multi-touch scrolling was too fast for the size of the screen. Speaking of the screen, we did love how great the content looked, but some of the angles were a bit off. In fact, if you're looking down on the screen, it looks cloudy and off-kilter. It does look a little bit better if you're staring at the screen horizontally from the side, but it's still not one of those machines you're going to gather a group of people around to watch videos. The MSI X370 was one of the slimmest and lightest laptops we've ever used. The display was ideal for day-to-day activities, stream movie watching, and some gaming, and we were pleased to find that on average the system got at least 5 hours of battery life per charge. While we wish that there were a few more adjustments for the trackpad, our largest issue was the near constant stream of hot air that issued from the system. Now, if you can take the heat, you'll find a great laptop. For these reasons, we decided to give the MSI X370 a 4 out of 5. For the latest news and reviews on the newest products, as well as coupons and deals on systems like the MSI X370 Slim series, be sure to check out techbargains.com.